everyone, I hope you are all well and having a really great weekend so far. I'm not walking today, and if you've seen my post on YouTube, you'll know that I said I wouldn't be making any videos for a while. But being in the situation I'm in has got me thinking. So although I'm not walking, I'm sitting and I'm still talking. So today I went to Herne Bay. I managed to get in my wheelchair, and you are going to be looking at the sea for a little while. I want to be real with you all and open with you all about what's going on in my life. And the question I want to address is, what happens to our faith when pain strikes? So if you're in pain right now, physically, emotionally, mentally, or all of it, this video is absolutely for you. You know, lying down for most of the time has got me thinking, what happens now? I want to serve God. I want to show up for him. I want to create stuff. I want to encourage other people. I want to film YouTube videos. What happens when I know that God has given me a job to do, but my body and my pain says, nope, not today? I've been dealing with sciatica now on and off for around 30 odd years, but over the last few months it's been at its very worst, and honestly, it's tough. This sciatic pain is not just uncomfortable, it's sharp, slicing, excruciating pain. Sitting hurts, standing hurts, walking hurts, and even lying down can hurt too. And for me, that's meant I haven't been able to attend church, or do much around the house, or really enjoy anything, or film YouTube videos like I normally would. And if I'm being honest, that has messed with my head a little bit, especially when I know that God has given me these specific jobs to do, right? So I want to be completely transparent with you. I've been asking myself questions like, am I letting God down? And why would God allow this to happen to me when I'm trying to do something good that he gave me to do? You know, it's tough when you're stuck in this situation. It's tough when your non-Christian friends say things like, well, why doesn't your God make you better? Especially when it's been going on a long time and the medical professionals aren't being very helpful and the pain has literally taken you off of your feet. But I want to say a few things here. First of all, God is not disappointed in my limitations. I want to start there because this is so important. God is not stood there frustrated with me because I can't perform right now. You know, we live in a world that praises productivity, always doing, always achieving, always pushing forward. But God isn't like that. In fact, in the Christian Bible, in Psalm 103, it says, "For he knows how we were formed, he remembers that we are dust." God gets our bodies. He understands our limits. And he isn't surprised by our pain because he knows how our bodies can let us down, right? So if you're in pain mentally, emotionally, or physically, God understands that. He gets it. You might say to yourself, I should be doing more. I should be stronger. But God isn't saying that to you at all. All he ever wants us to do is move closer to him. The other thing I want to tell you is that pain doesn't pause our purpose. And what I mean by that is, just because I can't film my YouTube videos right now or serve God in the way I normally do, it doesn't mean my purpose is on hold. It just looks different right now. In the Bible, there's this moment with St. Paul where he talks about his thorn in the flesh. Now, we don't really know exactly what that was, but it was something that limited him. Something that he asked God to take away, right? And what was God's response to Paul? He said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." That's in the book of 2 Corinthians in the Christian Bible if you want to look it up. God didn't say, "I'll remove that straight away, Paul, so you won't have to deal with this." God said, "My grace is enough to get you through this." That means that even in our pain, God is still working. Even in our stillness, God is still with us, working in us and through us. So I might not be walking about to film videos, but I can still deepen my dependence on God, and maybe even in a way I never have before. And that truly matters. And you know, faith sometimes looks like resting. And we don't actually talk about this enough. Sometimes faith isn't bold action. Sometimes it's not stepping out. Sometimes it's not doing something big. Sometimes faith looks like staying still, resting, trusting. Sometimes faith is not spiralling down when your body won't cooperate or cope anymore. The Bible verse that I'm clinging to at the moment personally is Psalm 46, and it's verse 10, and it says, "Be still and know that I am God." And I can absolutely do that abundantly at the moment. Be still. Not be productive and know that I am God. Not be impressive and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Just be still. But that's hard, right? Especially if you're used to doing things. And like me, if you're used to doing things for God. But resting with God is just as spiritual and just as important as doing things for him. God sees my unseen struggle. You know, YouTube land might just see that I haven't posted for a while, and maybe they'll get bored with me and maybe they'll move on. They might think I've gone quiet because I've run out of things to talk about. My husband will tell you that will never happen. They might not understand why I'm not there, but God does, because he sees my internal battle, right? He sees all of our internal battles that people don't see. God sees the frustration and the pain and the effort it takes just to get out of bed or just to get through the day sometimes. God sees and he understands. And no time is ever wasted with God. In Romans chapter 8, it reminds us that we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. And that's not just in the good days, right? That's not just in the productive days. That's in all the days. Even the painful, inconvenient, stop you in your tracks things like sciatica. We are still valuable to God, even when we can't produce. Because our value isn't in our output. Our value isn't in how much we serve God or how much we do. Our value is in the fact that God loves us and that we belong to him. Full stop. And that doesn't change, right? If you're lying on the sofa with a hot water bottle under your bottom trying to get comfortable, or whatever pain is stopping you in your tracks right now, mentally or physically, that doesn't change. So, although things are tough right now, I'm constantly reminding myself that this season won't last forever. When you're in pain, it can feel like this is your new normal forever. But seasons change. Healing can come. Strength can return. And even if things don't ever go back exactly how they were before, God will still carry us through it. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're struggling right now, physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually even, here's what I want you to take away from this video today. You are not failing God. You are not failing anybody. And you are not forgotten by God either. He's right there with you. You know, in the middle of pain with limited movement, cancelled plans and quiet, still days, God is still with me and he is still with you. He's not asking you to perform. He's just inviting you to trust, even right here, even right now. So, I'm sitting in pain in my wheelchair right now, filming this video for you guys because I'm not giving up on God, because God hasn't given up on me. So if, like me, this is where you are today, maybe take a moment and just say, Lord, I'm going to trust you in this, and let God take care of the rest. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you've got this far through the video, thank you for sticking with me, even though I haven't been walking around today. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. God bless you all. Bye.